city.
I said that once, I'm just telling you.
Kind of grimy. That's good though. Richmond to Dallas, Dallas to Mexico City. Line at customs was long. It's warm. I like that.
People get kidnapped every 5 minutes here, is it? It's crazy.
Don't drink the water.
Anything you think that is not going to happen could easily happen here. You have no control, and the laws are not the same, and the rules are not the same.
There's no rails here, so I'm right.
I just expected a lot of extortions and possible kidnapping for the most part.
No problem.
No problema.
Red Bull, no problema.
The plan right now is to head to Mexico City, ride, street ride, hit parks, hit any sort of shady corner we can find in Mexico City for about a week, and then we're going to road trip about 12 hours to Monterrey.
Unidos mi raza, seremos fuertes.
Gilbert?
I think I really started not getting worried when I realized that Gilbert and Carlos were our drivers, and they were the coolest pendejos I have ever met.
Sí. Que te dé chance de mandarle un mensaje a Arturo.
Ajá.
Por Mancera.
Sí, Mariano.
Engañoso.
Luis. Bueno, ya me hablas tú diciendo.
It's basically traffic and everyone's lawless. People kind of just stop for red lights for a second and just go. wants to try it.
I didn't want to do it, man.
Well, then why'd you do it?
It wasn't my idea, man.
It was Vinny's idea.
It was the first thing I saw, and I was like, nah, man. And I hear Vinny's like, yo, do it, bro. You got it.
Bro, do it.
I didn't know what to expect, you know, and then I saw the front peg on, I was like, all right, we're good. And then all of a sudden, the back wheel came up, all the way up, man. I was like this.
Toothpick, no further down the rail. That's the worst thing I could have.
I got rocked.
We realized that no matter where you went, it was an hour to 2 hour drive. So that was just the time it took. There's 20 million people in that country, so getting from point A to point B is a road trip on its own. Today, it was an hour to the skate park. We got to the skate park and there's a big twister. We ran into it, got a little dirty. It was a good start to the day.
No problema.
You better listen.
It was such an enormous park with so many concrete bowls. The thing they all shared in common was like they're all super slick, which isn't really that great thing to have in common, but oh well, what are you gonna do?
Oh my.
Corey has just an amazing run. 360 to bar spin,
180 tuck no hand and 180 out. And, I don't know. All this new stuff these kids are doing.
Corey's #1. He deserves to win the World Cup 5 years in a row.
There was a guy doing wheelies or nose wheelies in the parking lot down the street, flipping it over.
I see Corey kind of giving it the eye, hops on the bike and busts out a wheelie.
And we didn't really even think about that we were in a third world country in Mexico until we got to the car and drove about 3 blocks away.
Shotgun, AKs, we're in the ghetto right now. The scenery's changed, like we're no longer in Mexico City, we're starting to get into the outskirts and like little shanty towns and like kind of getting pretty sketchy.
I like it, my part of town. Part of town, I like it. Right, Mike?
Pendejo!
It's a good part of town.
Oh yeah.
Get out and we're told just to go through this gate. It was like a bank playground. Everywhere you could see, there was just every bank you could imagine.
Ole, pendejo.
Bring back some oldies over the hip. Thick. Can't breathe anymore. Air's mad thick.
The air quality sucks. So bad. We're high in the mountains. And the air's polluted. So a little bit harder to breathe up there. So that's why I'm chilling, relaxing.
Now we're leaving the bank spot. Tried to get out of the ghetto before it gets too grimy. That didn't happen.
We're stopped at a light. We're about maybe 3 or 4 cars from the light, and it's totally traffic. And all of a sudden, there's a lot of cops up front, up the light with the lights on and stuff. But that didn't seem weird because, oddly enough, every light has cops with their lights on. And then all of a sudden, guns start getting drawn, you know, and they're creeping through the crowd. And then a dude pulls out a machine gun. He's coming down, and then they started coming right at us. And then it turns out they go right by us to a white SUV behind us. Our driver just hit the gas because the light had turned green at that time, and we got out of there. It was awesome to see it, but at the same time, it was another perspective of where you are. After our encounter with the policia, we headed to this mini ramp, and it was in kind of a nice neighborhood and like kind of a compound with these doors that opened up.
I'm like, all right, well, it's gonna be pretty sketchy.
Perfect cement mini ramp, boxed into a 3-corner wall.
You couldn't have asked for a better thing to ride. It was so good.
sea tan celosa. Solo te pido, entiende por favor. Yo no más vine a bailar. Quiero estar con mi gente, soy inocente. No te voy a engañar. Que sigue mi ritmo, que saquen la tequila. Vamos a gozar la vez. No más vine a bailar. Échale, mami, échale. No más vine a bailar. Te lo digo. Que siga mi ritmo. 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 Así como en México, así como en Puerto Rico, Colombia, Chile. Que siga mi ritmo, chica. Que siga mi ritmo. Ya no sea tan celosa. Que siga mi ritmo. Que siga mi ritmo. Que siga mi ritmo.
Bernardo, the guy who owned the mini ramp, was just so nice to let us ride there, and it was awesome, man. It was really fun, good time. It just felt so small. It took us out of this. We're traveling the world as these pros, and it really felt like everyone connected again. It's just a bunch of dudes having fun, having a good backyard barbecue minus the barbecue. It was awesome. I really had a good time.
We finished up what we had to do. Kind of took it easy the last day. At 10 o'clock at night, we headed to Monterey to meet up with the UK guys and be in Monterey for the contest.
Going to Monterey?
I've been on some shady drives, and that was probably the worst one.
You know, that drive really was brutal.
Get off my seat, though. Chill out. Oh, we in Mexico City right now. About to go to Monterey.
Boiling hot. It's like England here. Never seen so much sun.
drove down to the ditch. It was just, a 5-minute drive, and we get there, and there's hundreds of people, probably thousands of people. There's a jumbotron set up. It's pouring water through the ditch, and they've got these little, a 2-brick high cinder block wall. We didn't even know if the kind was going to happen because of the rain.
It's a sewer, and there's all this water and rain, and I was just picturing like some big disaster to happen, like there's a big flood to come through, and like you'll get electrocuted or drowned or,
No problema.
Serious. Got moves.
But yeah, it's quite a spectacle. more than I thought.
Mexico, you see something like every block, like that hasn't been touched. Like East Coast, like everything's been ridden pretty much. You don't see as much stuff.
I think everyone has their assumptions of what Mexico City is, and I was right on some of them and wrong on some of them. But when I was invited on the trip, I was kind of nervous about it. I didn't really know if we were going to have guides or whatever, and I was a little nervous. A bunch of retarded Americans going down there thinking they're going to get rad on some curb. And I said, we're going to jail, and then we're going to die. But none of that happened, and it worked out. It's a pretty amazing experience to be able to get to go. I'm really psyched I got to go a part of it and be a part of this trip.
No, not really psyched to go home. Like, I had a really good time, and we rode so much different stuff, and it was just such a different culture, and I wish I could have spent another 5 days down there riding.
What's that ambulance over there for?
For the dead people.
Dude, that was Rooftop. He's awesome.
We're all waiting to see the flare. Good luck.
Brand new. My socks already got the new joints.
Fresh ones?
Fresh.
256 socks, huh?
I mean, now we're the